Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the GBFC channel. Today we are with George himself.
Yes, we are. Hi.
How's it going?
Is this going to be an interview for my next video?
It is. What's the update?
What's the update? Hey guys, yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to Canggu, Bali. We're in a place called Superfood with our two friends here. Pan the camera. We're doing some photos for the food. This is Yana in the lovely orange, and this is the wonderful Sol in the dark blue, black, orange shirt. Not really had much to talk about recently. Football's been a bit dead. There's obviously been no updates from the Premier League. Supposedly there's a meeting on Friday, which is this Friday, the final day of, no, the first day of May. Blimey, the year is flying by at the moment. It feels like it's been April forever. 1st of May, and the Premier League are having a meeting to discuss Project Restart, which is triggering some people because people think, oh, there shouldn't be a big deal about the restart because it's a very serious matter. It's something that I'm very much on board with, because whether we have closed stadiums or open stadiums, we just need to see some football. That's all I care about at this point. That's the update, Lawrence.
Cool, thanks for sharing your updates with us.
Thank you.
Okay, now on to the interview, George. We've heard a bit about some transfer gossip or news. What have you heard this week?
Well, there's been some rumours that Chelsea are going to be interested in signing the Gabon striker, currently at Arsenal, which would just be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, looking to leave Arsenal. Arsenal willing to sell. He's 30 years old. He wants to be playing Champions League football. The man deserves Champions League football, and it's looking progressively likely that Arsenal won't be able to give him that during the duration of his footballing career. He's 30 years of age, probably got until around 34, 35. Arsenal are talking about signing Ryan Fraser, who's scored 1 goal this season, so that's the calibre of player they're looking at. We've signed Hakim Ziyech, one of Ajax's best players. We're talking about signing Aubameyang. We're linked with players like Jadon Sancho, Philippe Coutinho. It does show to me that London is going to be remaining blue for some time. So Aubameyang, would I like to see him at Chelsea? That's a good question. Yes, I would. Man can play on the left wing. Man can play as a striker. We're talking about potentially using a 4-2-3-1 for the Frank Lampard era. That's going to be our go-to formation. Aubameyang could be the lone striker if Tammy's not bagging in enough goals. Could also be the left winger, which could see Christian Pulisic playing in the middle with a Callum Hudson-Odoi or a Hakim Ziyech on the right. And then obviously you've got the options of your Jorginhos, your Kovacic's, your Rubens, your Masons. And also Aubameyang would be a fantastic role model for Tammy Abraham. The man has done it at Dortmund, he's done it at Arsenal, he's bagged in 20 goals for at least 3 seasons, despite what could be astronomical wages. I think Aubameyang brings Chelsea guaranteed quality, guaranteed Premier League experience, and guaranteed goals, which, considering we didn't get a chance to replace Eden Hazard's goals this season with a transfer ban, 49% of our goals in the previous season, Aubameyang would come in and fix that problem. So if Chelsea are going in for him, I fully endorse it. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Lawrence, next question.
Next question. So what the formation and the players you play around Aubameyang?
I think he is good from that position. You could have him cutting inside on his right foot. You could also have like an Iron Robben-esque effect of Ziyech on the right-hand side, cutting in on his left. Same with Hudson-Odoi. You could also use Mason Mount on the left wing as well, Pulisic in the middle. Chelsea would have so many options in an attacking sense, but at the same time, we've looked pretty good going forward this season already. Even though it's all exciting seeing these great attacking players being linked with the club, your Aubameyangs, Coutinho's, those kind of players, the defence is still the main issue, I think, but I think a 4-2-3-1 would firmly suit signing Aubameyang for Chelsea.
So why would he go to Chelsea and not Real Madrid and become a Galactico?
Have you seen the man driving his Lamborghini or whatever it is he drives around London? He looks pretty comfortable, if you ask me. And let's just be honest, you know, West London, it's an affluent, nice area. You get himself a nice house round the corner from Stamford Bridge, get an extra couple of minutes in bed on a match day. Like, I think footballers do think about these little things. I think Aubameyang would actually do very well at Real Madrid as well, but he's already in London. Time of uncertainty in the world. Maybe he doesn't want to be jumping ship right now. Maybe it's been a bit of a tormented time for everybody in the world, so maybe he just wants to stay put. Let's go with that logic.
Okay, and so one more about Aubameyang.
Okay.
Do you see Chelsea building a team for the future with Aubameyang, or is he just going to be a sort of player that fills in the gaps, or someone that helps Tammy progress?
So I think this all comes down to finances, and I think especially myself on this channel in particular, on the GBFC channel. Subscribe, by the way, if you haven't already. We're getting close to 100k. I've talked about Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho would be a long-term solution to give Chelsea wingers for the future for a long time. Aubameyang, if we're using him as a winger, considering that we're trying to secure Tammy Abraham a new contract, Aubameyang would be half the price, at least, than Jadon Sancho. And in a financial footballing climate where big money transfers are probably not going to be as easy to execute as they would have been if everything was normal, because we don't know the backdrop of revenues and how it will affect Chelsea, how it will affect selling clubs as well. Selling clubs like Borussia Dortmund, for example, are not going to drop their price for Jadon Sancho just because of this coronavirus pandemic. So if Chelsea are going to be looking to sign someone like him, I don't know if it's going to be immediately feasible for the kind of money they're talking about right now. So in terms of a short-term fix, Aubameyang would 100% be that on so many different levels. If we're talking at least 3 seasons still at the top of his game, banging in 20 goals a season, especially with the amount of chances Chelsea create, I think it would be a brilliant fix to build the start of Frank Lampard's project around a marquee signing like Aubameyang. I think it's a very, very good signing. Let me know in the comments, as I've already said. Some people don't like the idea. Some people don't think it's possible. Again, a lot of media are just plucking little things and little nuanced things out of the air to try and make the story valid. But if Aubameyang is on the market and he does want to try and stay in the Prem, Chelsea have to be interested. Have to.
Yeah, regarding transfer news, when will the transfer market be open?
When will the transfer market be open? I think the transfer market will open at the same time it always does, so I think the 1st of July, but I'm hearing rumours that it will last longer. Again, these are only rumours. There's a reason why I haven't been making videos about this kind of thing, because I don't want to be like added fuel to the fire. You know, that when you pour a bit of gas on a fire only gets a little bit bigger. So in terms of talking nonsense, I have no idea what the facts are. I have no idea how long the transfer window will be open for. But what I do understand from like economics is that lots of big money signings may not be as possible as they normally would be. Good questions these, Lawrence. This is a good new way of doing a video when I haven't done one for 2 weeks.
It's one way to get you to actually talk to the camera.
It is. I've had like camera anxiety, which is like not really a thing that I ever get, but I have had recently. I've made like 4 videos and I watch it back and I'm just chatting bare nonsense. So I've not been uploading it for you lot. So this is my segue into becoming a daily football channel again. That's what we're going for.
Well,
how's it, guys?
Why don't you get people to comment below some questions they want to ask you? I mean, you can answer them in possibly next week's episode.
Next week? No, I want to try and get back to doing like at least every other day if I can. I know I've said that for the last 5 weeks and you guys are going to be berating me for it, I know, but just hit the like button, you know, a little bit of motivation here and there with the old bendy thumbagans. Have you got any more questions for this interview, Lawrence? Lawrence, what is your favourite moment as a new Chelsea fan this season?
Okay, it's weird. When Kepa saved that penalty against Valencia, do you remember that moment?
When Kepa saved the penalty in Valencia?
In Valencia, yeah. Yes. That was probably my favourite moment.
That
just
was
because
huge.
I was devastated when we gave away that penalty. I thought it was totally unjust. And then he saved it, and I was one of Kepa's biggest critics, and he proved me wrong. So,
very good.
Good on you, Kepa.
What was the best away trip so far this season, in your opinion?
Ajax away, for sure.
Ajax away. Why?
For sure. Well, the food was good. The desserts weren't bad either.
The result was
very good.
Fantastic.
Was 1-0, right?
It was 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0, and great company too.
First video in like nearly 2 weeks, which I know is like pretty devastatingly bad from me as a so-called professional YouTuber for the last 10 years or whatever it is I've been doing this thing for. So I'm trying to get back into making daily content. I'm sure you can be aware of my reasons. I'm sure you're aware that right now, with no football going on, very difficult for me to kind of come up with new things every single day. But if there is something you want to see, let me know in the comments down below, be it some like ideas from past games or ideas for the future of Chelsea moving forward under Frank Lampard. Hopefully we get some news later on this week. Unnecessary, just totally unnecessary. Very rarely see cars in Bali, so seeing the Jeep was a bit weird. But anyway, there is stuff you want me to talk about. Let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully, the football season can be back sooner rather than later. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you want to see me do some like interview style videos again in the future, then just let me know, because I'll be down for it. This was a nice little segue into making regular content again. I'll see you when I see you, and I hope I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Boom.
Very good.
Good work.
Lawrence, that was very good.
Very well done.
Impromptu
Very good.
recording. My work
Very
is done.
good.
for the
Well
day.
done.
Yes.
Good work.
Thank you, Sol. Who's your favourite footballer ever, Sol?
Sonny.
Son.
Son.
He got
Sonny.
Son.
Cut.